everyone! I hope you're all having a good Wednesday today. I hope your week has been going well so far. We are back again today with more Celeste. I'm going to be trying to get through this reflection chapter today. Hopefully we can make at least some progress, and hopefully everything's coming through all right. I'm not seeing things quite show up as they should. Oh, there we are. We've got Dude as always. Very good to see you. Okay, good. It looks like things are going all right. Let's see. Go ahead and do my usual drop there. There we are. And let's just jump right back into it. There's potentially a lot to talk about depending on what all folks have been up to, if they've been checking out the new game announcements from the Direct and whatnot the other day. I know there's been some mixed feelings amongst my friend group, so seems to be very take or leave depending on who it is. Okay. So we're back to this room. Caught myself. And I'll be fully forthcoming. I did actually look a little bit into what needed to be done here. It looks like I'm on the right track. I just need to be a little more consistent and confident in what I'm doing. And why is my mouse decided to click off of the game? Hey, hey Austie, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Ow. I definitely need to get warmed up again, but... You're chilling? Good, good. Dang it. Yeah, I definitely need to get warmed up again, but I think from what I was hearing and seeing, I'm on the right track with this. It's just, I gotta get better at it. I need to remember momentum is a thing as well. Dang it. Come on, Kevin. There was an attempt, regardless of whether that was the way I should have done it, and I should have just probably hit that again. Oh well. So we're definitely going to be here for a little bit. Now, if I'm being completely honest, I still haven't seen all of the Nintendo Direct from the other day. It's very surprising to me that some of the games that were announced at the Direct versus any other announcement, but versus any other event, I should say. I'm very confused as to, Kingdom Hearts in particular, but... because usually that one doesn't scream Nintendo to me, but that's not a complaint. Dang it. It'd be great if I could hit things at the right angle. And of course, you know, me being who I am, I'm very excited about the new Splatoon game coming out. Dude, so now to just catch up on all the Kingdom Hearts games you haven't played. True, you do need to catch up on that. There's still gonna be a lot of reading, I will say though, because some games have important details that are not exactly the most available anymore. Come on. Dang it. Oh, I thought I could save it just by hanging on long enough. Grip strength was not what failed me. Took too long. We're definitely gonna still be here for a bit today, quite clearly. I keep ricocheting up into the spikes there. And I don't know exactly what's going wrong there. I know what went wrong there. I've delayed too long. So you played none of the games, so that may be an issue. For some of them, to my understanding, there's like a summary of lore that's happened. Because there's like at least one mobile game that doesn't exist anymore. Dang it. Getting kind of close to finishing them all in a statistical standpoint. 5.5 out of 8. Shoot. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts kinda is like the final boss of good luck tracking down all the lore. Like I'm used to a little bit of it from some games, but they go for like 40 on Steam for all of them that are on Steam. You don't know how to list them out. True. Can't say because you got weird house, but hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good day, Toast. Thank you for stopping by. I'm always happy to see you. Ow. Whoopsies. Been having weird hours is why you haven't been around. Ah. Well, I'm always happy to see you. I'm glad you're doing well, or at least I hope you're doing well. If you're not doing well, I have people to talk to very politely and not at all in a threatening way. Shoot. No worries, but hope you do too, Toast. Please take care. Seriously, why do I keep ricocheting that way today? Maybe I'm just involving too much momentum or something. Like, I do understand that each impact is causing me to bump up, but, like, I swear I wasn't having that much of an issue with that particular spot the other day. There, I tried a diagonal that time and it actually worked. Shoot. So the timing always seems to be a little weird here. I don't know if it's... Maybe I need to send that through twice or something, because it'll run into that block and break it, but the second time it should go farther over. And it'll take more time to come back as a result, is the thought process here. Of course I dashed down there. Now that I'm consciously doing a diagonal, I can't do it, you know? Go figure, right? Maybe I just need to kind of chill here and hit it again after... Shoot. Kevin, you gotta work with me here. I'm not even that far into this level. We're gonna try that again. Well, the timing still is a little weird, and although that still lined up, I thought, in a pretty good way, it just... I ran into the spikes. That was my fault. I'm not sure if I'm overthinking it here, but it doesn't seem to hurt things much at any rate. Well, that hurt because I was sitting too low, but... It doesn't seem to hurt things by just kind of hanging around right in this area where I'm in. Shoot. Shoot. Okay, so timing was definitely a little off again there, unfortunately, but... progress is being made. A little bit. I'm at least starting to get the rhythm down a little more. I'll be very happy to be done with this room when I get there. Ow. I'll be very happy to be done with the chapter in general too, but... I'm kind of scared what this chapter might have to offer beyond this at this point. Dang. Okay, so we're back here. Eventually, we'll get there. Or we'll spend most of the stream here and make like a summoning circle for success, or I don't know at this point. Oopsies. It's just not going to respawn, is it? There we go. At least I lived. I'll count that, well, at least until then I lived. I'll count that as a slight win. Yeah, that's, That was not how, at all, how that was meant to go, unfortunately. I completely forgot that it was going to just proceed all the way to the right there. Hence why I thought I could salvage that, but yeah. Yeah, this is gonna... That was way off on that one. The timing there. Yeah, we're definitely waiting for the next go-round to work on that one. Oh, thank goodness. Well, we were starting to get there. I should have just slid down a little bit, but... I started celebrating a little too early was the entire problem there. I was warned against that before. I still did it, unfortunately. Yeah, we're just gonna let that Kevin fly and then, oh my gosh! There we go! We're through! We're through! Oh my gosh. It only took us half an hour. Well, I meant we're through that room. That I wasn't saying that that we're done with the level, but I'm very happy to be done with that room. Now the fun part, I'm sure, looking at all of this. Not even close as in you definitely weren't close to failing. Well, thank you for the vote of confidence. I wonder which way I'm supposed to fall here. Oh gosh. Okay, don't ask me how I did that one with sight unseen, but okay. We're not gonna question it too much. Oh, Kevin, derp. Yeah, I registered like 2 seconds too late that there was a Kevin there. Okay. Ow. I did not get the proper launch there, clearly. I had a feeling based on the shapes of things that I needed to launch, but I just did not. There it goes. Okay. Oh boy. This is gonna be a whole thing. shoot. I did not hit that at the correct angle, clearly. Okay. I also assumed that there was more beyond that particular bumper, so I was trying to hang on to the dash, which I probably shouldn't have in that case. Okay. Whew. I don't want to say what I'm thinking about these particular rooms, just in case I end up jinxing it. I really don't want to... Yeah, okay. Okay. Probably the... Yeah, upwards. I'm being silly. Most likely. Curses. There's only really one thing you do there. Yeah, I was just trying to think, like, what was it that they wanted, though? Just to be sure that was the correct conclusion that I made. Oops. Ow. Also good to see you, Supsy. I hope you're doing well. Ow. Clearly well, maybe not clearly, but I think I need to be lower on the block for when I get yeeted. Dang it. In need of a break, but otherwise can't complain. I feel that. This is a case of I think I understand what I need to do, and I'm probably using the physics a little too much to my... I'm assuming the physics work to my advantage in that spot, and they may not. Yeah, I think I need to do a small jump there. Just a better one than I did. Oops. How did I miss the dash refill? I don't know. Okay. That one was a little trickier because I had to, like, reprogram myself from the whole, like, oh yeah, use the momentum of the block to yeet you idea. Let's see. Curses. Okay, I need to do like a wall jump or something there. The old bait and switch. Actually, momentum is bad here. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, basically. Okay. I'm starting to pick up what they're putting down around here. Oh, I should have dashed. Well, at least I know. At least I now know to expect the feather to disappear on me there. Like right in that exact spot. And I should have dashed again. My reaction times are not as good as they once were, but there we are. Shoot. That was about what I expected in that one spot. That I did not want to dash up there. I was trying to diagonal. But as we all know, from my repeated complaints about trying to do diagonals, I probably don't have to repeat them. Those complaints. Ow. But yeah, the good old bait and switch of the D-pad does work if I'm desperate, but I would have. It's still gonna take some adjustment. I'd like to try and get the try and make the analog work before taking a moment to readjust my entire hand posture, if that makes sense. Oh, there we go. And of course I didn't dash up on that one. Well, not dash up, but diagonal there. I didn't dash high enough was the whole point. It takes an adjustment to get my hand comfortable with the D-pad on this controller. Shoot. I made it over that hill. And now we're not going to make it over that hill for the next 20 tries. Bad joke, but still. I'm not trying to prove it correct, but that prediction correct, by the way. Well, somehow that wound up being a valid right dash instead of an upright dash, but I just happened to hit the spikes and cleared that one thing a moment ago. There we are. Okay. Shoot. I wasn't keeping track. I'm pretty sure that was fewer than 20 tries, but... We're gonna be here for a little bit on this particular room, I think. Oh. Dash with full 360-degree input would probably have been a little too unfair to keyboard players. Yeah, the degree of control is reserved for Feather. Aw. I thought I made that jump. I did not. That should have been a diagonal. Oh well. We're starting to chip away at this room. Oof. Oopsies. This room's quite precise compared to its predecessors, yeah. There's a lot of, like, don't be 1 pixel too far to the left or right around here. It's a slight exaggeration, but... Curses, I was almost through. Okay, I wasn't sure I was gonna make that. Being 100% honest on that. I wasn't sure I was gonna catch the wall there. The real near pixel perfect move is going left after the first crystal. Yeah, I can imagine. To squeeze through that little gap. I'm sure that's a speedrunner trick. From the sound of things. I'll take the long way for now, I think. Possible you wouldn't recommend I attempt it. Yeah, I was thinking like, Oh, man. Cause I know there's, I would assume that's one that you need the tool-assisted speed run for, right? Because I do know that there is one for Celeste. I have not ever really watched the speed run myself. Just, I'm aware of it. At least to do it consistently, you know? It's human viable, you've done it. Oh, okay. But, you know, just the thought process and looking at the gap, going, not sure how doable. And I wasn't gonna attempt it myself because I'm clearly beginner. But oh boy, this room. Yeah, it's this room. I've almost made it through this room. We're doing like the 2 steps back part of the progress, but at the moment, but yeah. Shoot, I was too early. I knew I was too far right. I was like, I'm dead. And I was right. Does require crouch dashing through, which either requires a trip to the settings menu or a lot of finger dexterity, which I'm not sure I have for it, honestly. You know, props to anyone who can. There's reasons why I joke that I'm gonna be the age of old at the end of the month. You know, I don't have the I don't have arthritis, but I don't have the dexterity I used to have. And Aussie doesn't even know what a crouch dash is, which I can't say I've heard the term either. So it does kind of sound like it should be what it sounds like. Weird sentence there on my part, but you know, I'm trying to get through this room and not put together sentences. I'm focusing my energy on this and not being eloquent. I'm kind of hoping this is the last of these rooms. I could be very mistaken about that. Like, I've been having fun with these rooms, just yeah. Fortunately, the devs just straight up added a button to the settings menu to do it with a single button press and an update. All you need to do is bind into the controls. Interesting. Okay. If I ever feel confident enough to, you know, come back and play this, you know, and do all the, difficult things, which currently I don't, feel confident in, then maybe someday I'll tinker with things in that regard, but I wasn't sure I was even gonna hit the crystal in that case. That's why that happened that way. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing diagonal dashes there. It's also nice for regular precise dashes since it makes your hitbox smaller essentially for free. I can imagine. Oops. Yeah, we're still gonna be here for a bit. I overcorrected. That was my entire issue there. I was like, I'm not far right enough. Yes, I was. And the game proved it by having me be too far right on that. Oh, thank goodness. Whew. Okay. I see this is a sideways mess now. Okay, that section wasn't too terrible. It looked worse than it was in the end. Wasn't sure. Oh, hi. I immediately get zapped. Gotcha. Okay. I had a feeling she was gonna show up, by the way. Okay, so what do here? Oopsies. Hey Kami, how about you don't cling to that block there? At least that long. Owie. So this is going to be a very figure it out as I go along room, clearly. Helps if I grab the wall, huh? Alrighty. It was going well until it wasn't. Famous Kami words and phrases. Ow. trying to... get on top so I could, get my dash back, but... Owie. No. This room shouldn't even really be that bad, but... Or at least it doesn't feel like it should be this bad. I'm just failing at it. Case in point, that was half, that was half, accidental on that run through there. Okay. I think only half, yeah, that, like, I had in my mind basically what I needed to do, I just wasn't expecting to do it then. Okay. That's closer to the pattern I need to do there. Gotcha. Closer, not exact, but... There we are. Oh boy, hi. Again, getting immediately obliterated as I walk through the door. Like, hello to you too, Battling. Right. Dash is not... Oh, okay. Up, I suppose? On that particular part? Yeah, I realized as soon as I crossed the screen and I started moving, it's just like, well, I'm dead immediately because, it's one thing for my brain to realize it, and sometimes a completely different thing for my hands to do anything about it, you know? Oopsies. Yeah, that was just mistiming anyway. Ow. Man. And then I just completely missed that. I'm probably overthinking the beginning bit now because, I keep running into the spikes at that point. Battling, I'm dead already. Stop firing the laser. I fell. Me moves a millimeter to the right. Battling says, so anyway, I started blasting. Shoot. Okay. I'd like to get back to that one spot, please. So I can figure out what the heck I'm supposed to do. Well, I did, but then I didn't figure out what the heck I was supposed to do. Probably gonna take me a couple more attempts for anyone who's, frustrated there, because, boy, those things fall fast. Don't know if you noticed, but that feather is of the not respawning variety. That particular one I didn't notice yet, but I did notice in the room that I was last stuck on, if that makes sense, that had a feather in it. The one that I was in at the beginning of stream. So I wasn't sure about this particular one, but... So maybe I should be grabbing that as the last thing, is what I'm picking up here. Ow. I got back into the habit, even though I probably shouldn't have been going for it. Okay, we made it through the room. Seeing the stream title made your day. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I could make you smile, Baguette. Glad to picked up on the admittedly not so subtle hint. Yeah, it was it wasn't super subtle. If I weren't like. I don't know how to finish that sentence, but like I think some folks may not have picked up on it, but I was picking up what you were putting down there. Okay. Ow. How dare I miss that? Ow. Beware of that evil twin of yours, son. I should probably hang on to the wall a little longer just so I have a better window after that zap there. Okay, that one may respawn. I'm not, well, it does respawn. I think I saw it. It just was not, the timing was not one that worked out for me at that moment. Ow. Because, yeah, that one does respawn from the looks of things. And, yeah, I did notice the respawning had a dot, so I'll keep that in mind, or try to for the next time. Shoot. I wasn't sure whether I'd picked up the feather at that moment, so I was already thinking like, oh, I'm dead. I was not yet dead. Curses. I should probably figure out a better route here. This is like the craziest figure 8 right here. It's not a literal figure 8, but ow. Oops. Okay, I need to figure out how to get that top right one. And then that... There are multiple working routes, but some definitely make your life easier than others. Yeah, I can tell. I'm pretty sure I've got a, one of the not great routes at the moment, honestly, but... We'll mess around with them. Ow. Another one of those cases of at least the music is a banger. Trying to make this one over to land on her. Hit her, then grab the last key, probably, and then hit the dashes. I probably got, like, the most convoluted one, but that's what's making sense to me right now. Ow. That is the easiest possible route? Oh, I see. Uh-oh. That could have been worse. That could have been better, but it also could have been worse. Oh, and then I accidentally dashed out of that feather. That was my fault. Whew! We made it through. On that level. Oh boy. Okay, so now she's mixing up her attack pattern. It's still a B-side, even the relatively easiest route will still have a challenge. True. And yeah, that wasn't quite what the it was just the interesting zigzags and crossovers of the paths and whatnot, you know. Oopsies. It wasn't meant to be like, oh, this should be easy. Come on. Owie. I swear I'm not trying to hit this thing on the right side. Seen people hit those keys in all sorts of goofy orders and still make it through. Yours is definitely far from the silliest. Gotcha, gotcha. Well, I know what the basic idea is for this room. It's just not failing at the platforming portions of it. And by basic, just the... hey, don't run into the spikes, you know? That's the basic part. Yeah, just raw execution, right? Yeah. So you know how the spikes kill you? Don't do that. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why I'm going like the basic platforming. Platforming 101, don't touch the spikes. You know? Ow. There we go. Oop. And then I died anyway. Don't touch the spikes for me. Ah. Man. Now we're back to this room. Well, when I say this room, this part of this room. That did not go the way I wanted it to. I probably could have still saved it if I'd grabbed the wall, but I didn't. Also, don't run into anything that might be glowing red. That's usually a good idea, too. Yeah. And then I just dashed the wrong direction, which, you know. That's absolutely a misclick. Okay. I don't know why I didn't grab the wall, but I didn't grab the wall. Who knows? Maybe grabbing the wall isn't even a thing I should do. And, okay. Maybe it's easier if I just kick off the wall. In that case, you know? It might genuinely be easier just kicking off the wall. Or it could just be placebo effect, I don't know. In that particular spot, not over here. the placebo effect in the sense of like thinking, oh, hey, it works because I thought it worked, is what I'm getting at there, you know? Instead of it actually working type of situation. Instead of it actually being the easy way of doing that. Owie. Haven't died there in this room before, I don't think. That's a new one. But yeah, it's not an exact usage of the term there. But I thought it was close enough to make sense, if that tracks. I'm not a healer witch. Some of these things are I'm used to using words in interesting ways. That's the type of witch I am most of the time. Oops. Because I wasn't expecting to make it through that particular time. Owie. I'd like to make it past this point in the room, please. Could have saved it. Well, I did for a moment and then I died anyway. I wonder if I can actually... I wonder if it's actually possible to just kind of slip past her there. But... you know how you start feeling a little better right away after taking medicine when you're sick? Yeah, that is closer to the actual placebo effect, although... it's also stuff like demonstrated with an actual, just taking a sugar cube sometime, or sugar pill, and not actually the medication. Hence why I was going for the phrasing there of related to it works because I think it works. And less because it actually works, you know? If you believe hard enough that you'll beat the room, the confidence boost might actually help you beat it. That is also very possible. Okay, second time I've died there. Not sure why I keep doing that, but okay. Hey, Captain, how's it going? I finally made it past that one room. I'm very happy for that. I'm just... Ow. Well, I at least hit the dash refill that time, which I hadn't been the last couple of times. Deltarune Chapter 5 got announced, happy as hell. Yeah, I know that people are huge fans of Deltarune, which makes sense, you know, spiritual successor to Undertale there. Well, you know, made by the same person, so, and with only a slightly different universe, if I understand correctly. I could be mistaken. I haven't finished my playthrough of Undertale, let alone started Deltarune, honestly. You might need a curses, diagonals counter. Yeah, true. Parallel universe, but some Lord's important books. Yeah, thank you. That's kind of what I was trying to think of, and my brain was focusing on making it through the room and not actually doing the thinking thing with words. But yeah, I feel like a curse's diagonal counter would just get clicked every 2 seconds, so, you know, it might not be the best idea. That came way closer than it shoulda. I know I've gotten that feather before. There we are. And then I got zapped. Lovely. A better idea would be to destroy your controller and hope it repairs itself without this issue. I don't know. I thought I was dead. I thought that timing, like that would have to be an instant replay there. Like, how on earth did I not get vaporized? That's how unachievable the counter is. Where can I get this self-repairing controller, right? The elusive gamer rage-proof controller. Hey, well, not to toot my own horn, anytime I've broken a controller, it was just through use, not through raging over things, so... I have not deliberately thrown a controller across a room before. Accidentally, things can happen, you know, they fall on the floor, that's just life, but... Keyword deliberately, yes. It has not been a rage thing that has happened. I try to take good care of my things. I would have gone through far more controllers than I have in my life if rage were one of the reasons I had to replace them. Okay, so I do want to go for just the immediate turn there and not the not trying to loop-de-loop the laser. That doesn't sound like and I just got pinball bumpered into the laser. That's a good... That's still progress, I would say. We made it farther into the room. That was ruthless. Yeah, like, I got yeeted off in... I got yeeted off in that direction and I just got zapped. Battling had no chill at that moment. Had negative chill. Boy, are you glad you're adapted to keyboard and controller gameplay? Yeah, I've kind of made my bed here with controller for this game at least. Whoopsies. Nope. Ah. I was hoping I could just stay afloat long enough to get the temp platform back. No such luck. Oh, I am very glad for the good music, even if it's hey every once in a while. It's very it gets pretty stressful at those moments in the music. Just something about the tone. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. We're through that room. Okay. Is she on the other side of this room? Do I need to worry about doing this little dance? Okay, maybe not. Maybe I don't need to worry about doing the little dance. It's less intense than the A-side track at least. Yeah, true. True. Okay. So I'm starting to the Kevin go room. Yeah. I'm starting to put together what I need to do here already, but I don't know what to expect on that's off the right side of the screen, and it kind of worries me. Okay. Okay. Well, clearly I need to get Kevin to move to the left so I can drop down to the right side after grabbing the refill. Or at least that's the order of operations here that makes sense to me. Ow. I got smooshed. Well, that was an almost there. At least it felt like an almost. Nope. Because I need the dash to get Kevin to go to the right. I think I got the right bounce there, and I wasn't expecting it there. And then I got smooshed. Am I even remotely close to what I need to do here? I guess would be my question. You don't think the rebound is high enough to touch the crystal? Gotcha, okay. Hello, hello, good to see you again. Let's see. So then I suppose the question is, then how to get to the right side of Kevin here. Okay. And I need the dash still, though. I have to be a lot quicker than I am, I'm assuming. You're missing a detail for your way of doing this the section? Okay. Think that dash into the Kevin and then see, that was the thing that I was trying to do, but for a little moment there, and then I'm like, well, wait, maybe what about the bump that I get there? Oopsies. Yeah, that was what I was thinking, but for a moment, but then going like, well, the Kevin bounces, so. Oop. And then like 3 out of 4 times that I tried to do that, I wind up on the spikes, so. Oh, almost had it. Okay. I just gotta be a lot quicker about that. Oh, I needed to yeet. I thought he was going farther than that. Okay. Ow. Owie. Oh, there was another Kevin there. Okay. You got it after I typed that, yeah. Oh. Curses. Well, at least we're making more progress around here. Okay. Congratulations, you found not my solution. Well, I suspect I've found many people's not a solution because I keep dying. I know that's not what you meant, but... Jumping way too soon there, I'm sure. Man. You don't do the wall jump off Kevin, you go immediately left after the dash? I went way too early again. How dare those spikes be pointy? I know that's the whole thing about spikes. How dare they be what they are? Oh no. Well, I got zapped because I moved my analog stick, but you know, we made it through that room. You never died to that room with the golden somehow? Nice. Okay, so we're back to being shot at, unfortunately. And me running into spikes that I don't want to run into. Okay. Yep, she's back. And she's pretty angry, it seems like. Oh. I don't know how I didn't die to the spikes at that exact moment, honestly. Just got a nice little hair brushing, apparently. She did not enjoy that Kevin room, apparently. Oop. Ow. Okay, so keep moving right, I think is the... Ow. Was the answer for that second section there. I need to wait there momentarily. If I'm gonna just keep doing that. Oh. Bye, Madeline. I'm just gonna go to the right side of the screen without you. And yeah, Madeline keeps sneezing. Really gotta get like a ski mask or some cold medicine or something, depending on why the sneeze. And ow. Nope. You're not beating the I don't need you allegations in this one. No! Oops. Okay, that time she just kind of floated away from me on that. You didn't need her for making the pie. Yet she still wants the credit, apparently. Okay, that time it worked. Oh no. And then I got smooshed. She was mad in 2B, but now she's fuming. Yeah. Owie. Should you buy a Dr. Pepper? Well, I do like Dr. Pepper. You know, I can definitely advise, you know, hey, Dr. Pepper's a good soda to buy if you're gonna buy a soda. Dang it. Yeah, I should have gone to the other side of the block rather than going straight for a battle in there. Yeah, it really is kind of a why not, unless there's some type of a health reason why you shouldn't. Ow. But consider why. That is a fair question. But usually when it comes to soda, the why is just because you want one, right? Reached 3,500 deaths on 6B after launching it to try that room again? Oh boy. You never wanted one in your life makes no sense? Huh. I mean, I like Dr. Pepper. Some folks other than me like Dr. Pepper. So yeah, it comes from a this is all coming from Dr. Pepper enjoyers, you know, like this is the second time in like the last day that I've talked about Dr. Peppers with somebody because I like cherry sodas. Ow. Strange creatures you are. I mean, to me, it sounds a little less, it sounds less strange in my experience because most people I know enjoy Dr. Pepper. Like, root beer is a bigger question for a lot of people. Like, root beer ends up tasting like medicine to some folks. Suddenly, I've lost my nerve for that middle section there. It feels like. Yep. You died more on 4B than on 6B first playthrough? Huh. Yeah, I need to hang on to my dash there, I think. I'm pretty sure I did it without a dash before, but dash feels like it would be more consistent. Owie. Couldn't if you wanted to, and you very much don't. There's no store store open around there that late. Owie. Zapped right in the face. $2.2K on 7B, 1.2K on 4B, and 800 on 3B. The others are all around 600 except for 1B and 2B. Ooh. Yeah, I keep hesitating there. I don't know why. Okay. Twice in a row I did that same thing, which was a mistake. That was slightly different. Meanwhile, there's you barely golden a few C's plus 1 and 2A. Yeah, I haven't goldened anything with this being the first playthrough, so shoot. I should have just grabbed the wall there. Momentum bad, Tommy, on that one, I think. Although momentum probably would have been helpful there, but... Yeah, I'm wondering more and more how that one shot missed me in a previous room. Yeah, figured. You haven't finished the game while it's the third most played on Steam. Fair, fair. And then I did that again, unfortunately. It's your most played game right now, 300 hours. Still far from the ungodly 1,200 you put into Team Fortress 2. Okay, I'm about to admit something that's probably a considered a mortal sin amongst Steam gamers. I have never played Team Fortress 2. I'm aware of the memes, but I have never played the game. I think the weather outside was even upset at that one. I'm pretty sure I heard thunder. Oh dear. That's impressive, if anything. Huh. Yeah, the thought has crossed my mind on many an occasion, because I do know I have friends who have, as you were saying, like, ungodly hours in the game. Gotta go. Oh, well, see you later, Captain. Take care. Good luck with 6P. Thank you. Hopefully I can make it through at some point today. It's one of those games many of you just played after getting a PC because it was free on Steam. Now, I do have games that I have that many hours in. And actually, more than. I would definitely have to double check my, I would have to double check and make sure, these numbers were accurate. But I feel like I got pretty close to that number with, or higher with Splatoon games. It's a little trickier to track that because every time I switch console, it always seems to reset my hour count. But, and I've been getting, you know, like going from Switch to Switch 2 and all that. And I appreciate the good luck blessing. I'm gonna see if Dude is still here. Dude, was that thunder just now, or am I tripping? Okay, it was thunder. He was just outside the door, apparently. But yeah, I guess since I've got Dude here, does it look like I can keep going, or should I call it early just in case? It's gonna be a little nasty in a minute. Okay, we're gonna try to keep going. We're gonna try to keep going for a little bit, but we might have to call it just in case, because otherwise we might be cut off potentially, stream-wise. I mean, either way, stream ending, but you know, better to do a planned stream ending, right? And Dude has brought me a new drink, and I very much appreciate that. Oh, thank goodness, we made it through the room this time. And Madeline didn't immediately attack me when I got in this room. That is very much appreciated, because she could have. Now, for those who have cleared 6B, about how far am I, or am I? Should I push for the ending here, or should I play it safe? What do y'all think? How far am I through this level? Yeah, that is definitely getting much louder, that thunder. We're gonna give this room a couple of attempts. At least first. We're close to the end? Should be very close? Okay. Ow. Oh, now she attacks. Shoot. Yeah. Yeah, I got into a bad loop there, I think. Yeah, I was very close there. Oh. Don't ask me why that didn't work out. I thought I was hitting towards the wall, but apparently not. 3 plus cassette. Gotcha. Oop. Whoop. Yeah, go figure. That one room is probably easier than this whole stretch. Even if I'm probably gonna die here a couple times still. Oop. Pardon me. And then I missed my bumper. It's a little more strategic, but like in terms of execution, in theory, it should be a little easier. There we are. That's the bounce I needed. Maybe I should just keep my mouth shut and then I don't jinx it, right? I should be more worried about jinxes being a witch. I would not be surprised if y'all heard that one. Of the thunder that's going on. I haven't heard anything about like actual dangerous, but we might still have to call it a little early, depending on. But at least got a stream in today, even though the late start. We went to 3 different stores and none of them had Dr. Pepper? Oh no. That's an absolute tragedy. You bought a 7-Up, so not all is bad. That is true. 7-Up is definitely acceptable. Especially if it's cherry 7-Up. Cherry 7-Up is delicious. Oh boy, now that I'm in a hurry, I can't do this room anymore. This part of the room. There's a cherry one? Yeah, cherry exists, at least where I live. Whoop. Cherry Canada Dry the other week, very tasty. Ooh, I don't remember having Cherry Canada Dry, but I do remember having like blackberry and other flavors of that, and those are also quite good. It's hard to find, but so many different flavors. Yeah, right? This is not the Ricochet I want room. There we go. Shoot. Also, hello there, Ahmed. Good to see you. I'm gonna at least try to get through this room. We may or may not finish off 6B at this rate. I just really want to get through this room before the sky opens up here. Shoot. I thought I had room to drop down and get that. The answer was no. Yeah, things are getting kind of nasty weather-wise at the moment. Very loud right now, but I'm kind of worried about things cutting out on us, as it were. I'm not worried as far as like our safety, just I don't want to leave y'all hanging worse than just calling it and saving here, you know? I've had that happen at least once before, and it's a... Shoot. And it's rough. Yeah, we're safe. It's just concerned about the keeping things up and running for y'all at the moment. Once again, the one step forward, several steps back. But yeah, we usually get wind more than anything as far as when storms get nasty like this, but... You know, not quite Golden Ridge, but... things can get a little messy. Dang. Dang it. I should have reacted quicker, probably. Might have been able to save it. Worst case, we don't make it through this room and I just end off in about 10 minutes instead of the usual half hour. I think that's a... yeah, maybe I shouldn't go for that one last. I think that's a relatively safe bet for us under circumstances. And yeah, I do kind of hear the A that you're talking about there. Oop. Owie. Of course I missed the platform. But since we were talking about soda a moment ago, dude actually managed to bring me a Sunkist for my replacement drink since I had just like a little lemonade earlier. Very good. It's not hitting quite like a Dr. Pepper would, but you know, we don't have much in the way of Dr. Pepper right now, I don't think, so. I think we might have gone through all of our Dr. Pepper. It's a tragedy. But I'm very thankful for the drink regardless. Any drink is good right now. Had to look up what that is. Yeah, it's one type of orange soda. You don't have those over there? Really? You don't either. Interesting. That's the difference in locations, I suppose. And again, I just completely whiffed the platform there. Owie. Nor lemonade. Oh, really? There we are. Okay. And, of course, I should have just dropped down. I know some folks have different ideas of what lemonade is, actually. You know, usually around here it's just like lemon water sugar. No carbonation. A lot of the time I've seen people refer to something like what we would call Sprite, with the lemon lime soda being lemonade. Funky caffeinated orange soda. Oh, thank goodness. I think we're through this room. Oh gosh. And then immediately got sniped. Limo is not lemon. Lemonade is spelled differently and people translate them to each other or wrong. You'll die on this. Yeah, some folks apparently translate it that way. I don't know why. You never had lemonade. It's definitely definitely very delicious. My opinion at any rate. And I just slid right off of that hillside. Okay, let's. That definitely did not work quite the way I was expecting it to, but okay. Okay. We're probably good. Wait until you find about bitter orange water. Sounds strange, but you love it. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of bitter orange water. Oops. Well, that didn't go well, but it seems doable. Seems consistent even. Ow. At least as long as I'm consistent. Which is always a challenge here, obviously. But yeah, I don't think I've ever encountered bitter orange water. Owie. I think on one occasion I've accidentally made it. Now that I think of it, but... Oh, Kevin. I needed to grab Kevin from right there. Okay. Life has improved in almost every way after moving to Germany from the US. Losing lemonade is among the exceptions. I don't know how I didn't get zapped there, but okay. We don't ask too many questions in that scenario. When you said Kevin, I dashed into a random wall. Oh no! Aw. Now you got me curious, what is American lemonade? It's basically, as I was saying before, you have like a... You, juice a whole bunch of lemons. You mix it with sugar and water. And put a whole bunch of ice in it. The amount of sugar or lemon depends on the recipe, but, yeah, that's basically it. There's no carbonation. Yeah. Okay, Storm, I hear you. I know it's 5 o'clock here. I did say I was going to be ending in like 10 minutes. Can I give this at least one more try here? Shoot. Well. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna have to call it because the storm sounds like it's getting worse. But I'd like to thank everyone for being here. Please take care of yourselves. Have a good rest of your day. Hope to see you on Friday when we continue on with this. Watch out for the weather, especially if you're in a stormy area like I am right now. And yeah, have a good one. Bye-bye.